Hi, I wanted to go ahead and do a book review for you. I've had some of these on my blog for a while, but I haven't recorded any to YouTube. And I like watching YouTube when I can't take the time to sit down and read, so I thought maybe this could be of benefit to you. But I recently finished The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and I thought I'd read a quick review of this for you. See, my oldest son, he's a freshman in high school this year. That's the grade level he's at. And he was required to read The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. And being the fun dad that I am, I thought it'd be fun for the whole family to enjoy the book with him. So I got the audiobook from Audible. And we like listening to audiobooks when we drive, so the family listened to it during a trip in our car this year on a break. Now, what seems odd to me is I thought I read this book, but I haven't. I mean, it's a classic. We all grew up with this story. You'd think somewhere between my private grade school and my public high school education that I would have read it, but I haven't. I knew the story, but I guess that's because I watched a lot of the Disney Channel when I was a kid. I could have sworn I've seen the movies before, but the only ones I can find on internet right now that seem appropriate were The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn and Tom and Huck from Disney back in the 90s. So I don't know. But I have to admit, I really enjoyed the book. It did not end the way that I thought it would, and that made it a little bit more fun while listening to it with Audible, because I was able to join in the adventure. And I hate to give the details because you may not have read it either. Maybe you've only seen the movies. But I will say the ending was much better than I expected. Now, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, it was written in 1876. It's almost 150 years ago. Holy cow. Well, that means it's written in an older language. So it takes some extra time to think about what you're reading, or what you're listening to in my case. Now, there will be unfamiliar words and phrases, but by and by they'll grow on you. That's one of those phrases, by and by, there, and they say that a lot. One of the words I was unfamiliar with was hogshead. Now, I had no idea what that was, and the book doesn't really explain. The author just figures you know what a hogshead is. I mean, everybody knows that, right? Well, not anymore. I finally looked it up, and after finishing the book, that's when I looked it up, I found out that a hogshead is a wooden barrel used to transport things. Now, Mark Twain frequently refers to a sweet hogshead. That's a barrel that's used to transport sugar. Now, Huckleberry Finn, who's basically a homeless kid, he sleeps in one of these, a sweet hogshead, in the alley back in town. So I thought that was interesting. Now, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, it is a timeless story because the author writes about boyish whimsy, things that all boys think about at some point in their young lives. And that's adventure, right? It's about Indians and pirates and dragons and ghosts and treasure. Now, in hindsight, some of these things are a bit improper, kind of the way they're presented in the book, but it's because us boys didn't understand everything when we were younger, like having a harem. Boys may not understand what that really means. They just know that kings have harems, and that involves girls. I read this to my family earlier. My youngest son said, "What's a harem?" I said, "Exactly." The book's not dirty. It's just that young boys don't understand some of these concepts aren't wholesome. Just when they're young, they may think they're cool, you know. But honestly, these are subjects that boys think about. Now, every boy dreams about making his own way and doing something daring, like being a pirate. Arr! The fun thing is that Tom Sawyer and his band of friends actually go out and do it at a young age. They escape their lives, and they go to live in an adventure. Although it turns out to be not as exciting as they had hoped it would be. Now, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, it is a book that gives young boys a chance to dream. It gives them a chance to hunt for treasure. And what kid has never hunted for treasure before? If you're looking for a fun read, I do want to recommend The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Now, I've got a link on my blog. If you go to creationtales.com, I can put a link in this YouTube video below to this particular blog for The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I have a link to Amazon where I picked up the Kindle book. And you know how older books like this are. There's a variety of them. I'll give you the specific link I got because when I got it for free, which I think it's still free, I was able to do an upgrade at the time of purchase for $2 to get the audiobook. Hey, that's a great deal. I don't know if you do Audible, but I think Audible is great. Have you ever done one of those upgrades before? You know, it's over on the right-hand side in Amazon when you click add to my cart or buy right now. Just below that button is a little check box that says also add audio or also do something with the audiobook, or maybe it says Audible now. And that's where I did that. For $2 more, add the audiobook. And it was a pretty good deal. If it doesn't work that way, try to get the Kindle book and then see if it'll let you upgrade. But anyways, $2 when I got it for the audiobook, I thought that was an awesome deal. Tom Sawyer, The Adventures Of, I highly recommend it. It's a fun book. And I am interested in reading Huckleberry Finn now officially and seeing what all I haven't gotten before, because I thought I knew some of these stories. So anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Ring that bell, and hopefully I can help you in the future with more middle grade books for your young readers. I am an author of a middle grade book, and the reason why I do this is because I want to help let you know what good books there are out there for our middle grade readers. So thank you so much for watching.